known John for 20 years, worked with him for 13 years until recently, and I was his project manager, so I worked hand in hand with him on a daily basis. John is the best to work with and for. Easy to get along with, gives you whatever you need, doesn't micromanage. Just all out great guy.
Yeah, I've known John for quite a few years. We go back obviously through the home builders by 15, 20 years. Did a lot of volunteer work with him over the years, from taping the floor for the home show, a lot of ramp projects we did. He's just been a real fun guy to work with.
John really supports the community in various ways. One with his SAE fraternity that he's heavily involved with the kids. Another is an NDSU Freedom by Design group of kids that he helps out building ramps or projects at the shop. Just various things he volunteers for and helps in many ways.
Like I said, in my involvement with John, a lot of things that kind of just make you laugh. I mean, just look at the guy and you can't help but chuckle. He's always has a sense of humor. He's always joking around. He may be telling you something and then he may pause and look over both shoulders before he finishes the story to make sure that some people may not be able to hear. He doesn't want people to hear.
I've known John now for over 20 years. When I first started my membership at Home Builders, John's one of the first guys I encountered. He's on a committee that I served on. So, long time. Well, ever since I've known John, he's been, I think, the most active member that I've ever been around. Always has time for meetings. Active on the national level, the state level, the local level. And I guess one of the things that I've always respected about him is how well informed he is. When we walk into, say, a senator's office or a representative's office, they always recognize John. They just always do. Not that he's always a spokesman for us, but he'll always have some good information, some good talking points. May have to help someone else that's trying to do a presentation for some people, but he's a very recognizable guy for some reason. One particular story that was pretty entertaining when we had our state board meeting. We were hosting it here, and we decided to do a outing on Pelican Lake when we were in the Detroit Lakes area, and John arranged to have the bus for us, the one that they used for their bison tailgating. So we loaded probably 40, 50 people on that bus, and we went to Fair Hills and went for a boat ride. That was in event 2. Got back on the bus, headed back towards Detroit Lakes Holiday Inn at probably midnight, and the bus broke down about halfway there. And the issue was we had pretty much everybody with us, so it wasn't like we could just call somebody and have start picking us up. So it was an adventure trying to get everyone back to the hotel. The bus was injured badly, so it wasn't moving again, and John has kind of been given a hard time about that story for many years now.
I don't know, a lot of people probably know he is kind of accident prone, whether it be having the ladder slip out from under him at the shop, changing a light bulb and hurting his shoulder, or a bicycling accident. He messed up his knee on real bad a few years ago. I know years ago he had a chainsaw accident that he cut part of his lip, and I think the other one was he cut off part of his finger with a saw. So he does have numerous accidents in his past.
One word to describe John, I'd say passionate. He just through 20 years of having him as a friend and a colleague I've worked with, his enthusiasm still is there, maybe more than ever. So I think he's a very passionate person.
He's a passionate guy. He just wants to help others. Whether it's somebody he knows, somebody he doesn't know. Example, this recent project we did, this couple were having some medical issues and John just threw himself into the project. He was first one there and the last one to leave, and myself and a couple other guys were there from start to finish, and John was wrapping things up and he said, yeah, you guys can go ahead and take off, I'll finish it up. And he was taking his belt sander and sanding the entire deck to make sure there weren't any slivers for this couple.
I would say the word I would describe John with would be generous. He's probably the most generous person I know, whether it's his time, money, resources, borrowing tools, equipment to anybody. Just really never says no to anything or anybody for most everything.
Well, John, congratulations on your award. Very well deserved. You are truly a special person, valuable asset to our association. Known you for many years and hope to continue to know you through the association for many more.
John, I'd just like to congratulate you on this award. You certainly deserve it for everything you've done for myself and everyone else around the community with home builders. Hopefully you will slow down one of these years and possibly retire. I'll believe that when I see it, but all the best and congratulations.
John, congratulations to you on Builder of the Year. Very well deserved for a fantastic guy. I was honored to be a part of this and wish you nothing but the best for you and your family, and continued success in everything you do. Congratulations, buddy. One thing I forgot to ask you, when you put our names on the bottom of this, can you use larger font for John? And also, is there a way to turn the volume up?
Sure.
You know how John is, it'd help to have the volume up for him.
Yeah, we can do that.
Great, thanks.